It's Adam reporting in for Whisper Reviews about the Camp Dome 2. And this tent basically breaks down and sets up by using these tent pole clips here. If you can see these, instead of having what's called a tent pole sleeve, which is a fabric sleeve sewn into the dome tents traditionally, this takes from the, it's really from the Sierra Designs. Sierra Designs was a company that made some very light, strong tents, and they were acquired by North Face, and then North Face started doing this, and then REI started doing this later. I think the patents ran out. But the clip design is adequate for a 3-season tent. Not as strong as a pole, but it's good enough. And basically what you do is you get these 2 poles up, you put them in these little webbing pockets, you get the poles up, you clip these, and then you do the other clips, and you're basically up. And you have a freestanding tent in a few minutes, very quick. It's one of the easiest tents to set up that I know. And also makes it very light and quick. So on the reverse side, it is a 3-season tent. You have to be real about that. It's got extensive use of meshing, a lot of fresh air, it's light. This is, in theory, protected by the tent fly. In reality, if it's very windy, what happens is wind, especially gets into this lower section of the meshing, and it will cool the tent down extensively. That's good in the summer, but again, in the spring and the fall or the winter, if you're out camping, it's going to be a lot colder. So you need to figure out what you're going to do. If you're going to buffer this thing from the wind, maybe you put it in an area behind a bunch of trees. It's wind buffered. That's going to help a little bit. Or maybe you take it to the repair shop and have them put in some fabric here and a little triangle thing to buffer this area, because this area here especially is where the wind comes through. It used to be a long time ago, a lot of the dome tents would have a zipper of thing, but that was heavier, and they would have fabric that would cover these little windows. So that was heavier and more expensive though. So again, a good trade-off on price, value, and quality. The quality construction is pretty decent overall. It is fairly lightweight, and in my opinion, a little bit too light in a couple areas, namely the meshing that lets let heat through. The bathtub, the floor is impressive. It actually keeps out the rain and the water. I've camped in this thing when it's raining, and I was dry, and it was like water piling up everywhere outside. And this bathtub floor thing is really well sealed, and it actually keeps out a lot of the water that's piled up outside. That was really a very impressive thing about this tent. REI's designs have made a major push. I'm seeing a lot more of them on the market and out camping, and they take many of the features of the North Face tent, but probably about 2/3 or half the price. And so they're quite a good value for the money. Definitely check out the REI, and this is again the Camp Dome 2 product. Thanks for watching.